Hi, welcome back to Supply Chain Systems Planning and Scheduling. The topic for today is about control, specifically user control over the schedule. As much as we'd like to think we can automate everything, there's a lot of overhead in building a model and maintaining all of the dimensions of it, and paying for a lot of extra horsepower that you may very rarely use its full potential. So the idea here is to try to have a certain amount of interaction between the user and the automation of the tool in order to get the best value for your money and still be able to generate your schedules very rapidly and provide very good schedules that is going to satisfy all of your customer demand and give you feasibility as well as some optimality. So in order to have that, we're going to illustrate some of the issues that surrounding user control, where regardless of what level of automation that you're using, I think you still want to exercise some control over the schedule. Let's give you a couple illustrations of that. The first one is regarding freeze fences. A freeze fence is a marker out in time where inside that marker you are actually locking up the schedule because you've planned it in the past, you've already committed some money in buying raw materials, maybe setting up equipment, and there are a number of resources in motion in order to make that happen. And changing that schedule within that milestone or that marker is going to be very costly to you. And as well as confusing to your customers that you might have committed that you're going to be making something by a certain date, and it should be ready for them. So there's some real penalties both on your spending internally as well as the promises that you might have made to customers within that time period. So a freeze fence may be out 2-3 weeks, and let's illustrate what that may look like as far as the schedule goes. And if I was to actually change the schedule here, let's just take some of these out. And you can see that now we don't have enough of demand being satisfied. We then schedule. It's going to try to make up for it, but you can see the first 2 weeks didn't populate with any production, and it's going negative, assuming that you cannot respond in time to that particular schedule and getting everything ready to go.